Hi, loves. I'm coming from you. I'm coming to you late night tonight. For me, it's late night. It's like 11, almost 11 o'clock. And it's the night before my birthday, my 35th birthday. And as you know, I've been doing as many inspirational talks as I can before my 35th birthday. And tonight is my 29th inspirational talk. And what came to me is a conversation that I had this week with one of my dear friends about when you come to a fork in the road in your life. And I feel like this is very fitting to my own experience because whenever you turn a new year, whenever you get a year older, or as some say, a year younger, right? Be 35 years old, or you could be 35 years young, right? It's about your perspective. But whenever you get to a new place, often you are faced with a split, and you have to make a choice as to whether you want to go this way now or you want to go that way now, right? And a lot of times when you come to a fork in the road, it's like you've been spending all your time going down this path, you know this path, right? You've been doing this path for a long time. You've been living your life on this path for a while now. And so when you get to the split and you pick your head up, because a lot of times when we're on a path that we've been on for a really long time, we have our heads down and we're not even really aware of how we got there. But when you come to this split or fork in the road, you have a choice. And you're presented with new options, new opportunities, new ideas. And generally, the choices are twofold, right? You kind of can go down this path right here, and this is the path you know. This is the path you're comfortable with. This is the path where you've always gone down that path. This is the path where people understand me if I keep going this way. People know me this way. People feel comfortable with me this way. I feel comfortable with me this way. This path is my comfort zone path. And I've been doing this for so long, I just should go this way. This is the way I should go. This is what people expect from me. So I should just keep doing this. This is what I've always done. Right? So there's that should path where you keep your head down and you keep going, and if what do they say? If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? You keep going that way. But then the awesome thing about having a fork in the road in your life's journey is there's also this path, this brand new, sparkling, intriguing, empowering, and scary path, right? Where you feel like, wow, what if I did go that way? What if I kept going this totally different direction? What if I turned my life around and I went in a totally different direction that I never been before? What if I do things that I've never tried in a totally different way before? What would happen? How would my life be different? I don't know. I can't go that way. I can't go that way because all the people they think that I'm doing this work and this is the work that I've done for so long, and so I should go this way. the should path, right? But there's something about this other path that calls to your heart, that speaks to your soul. There's this little ounce of joy in your heart when you think about going that way. This feeling of spark and excitement and intrigue, and also a lot of fear of like, I don't know this way. I don't know this path. I don't know what could happen. But it feels good in my heart. It feels exciting to me. It feels like I could really grow if I went this way and this way. If you go this way in the fork in the road, in the split, that's your truth path. Your truth path versus your should path. And a lot of times what we do is throughout our lives, when we come to these forks in the road, we keep going on our should paths because it's what we're used to and it's what other people hold us to. And we neglect to go on our truth paths, which will take us to where we really want to go, to help us to achieve and fulfill the goals we really want to achieve. And it may be challenging to go on the truth path. It may be scary to go on the truth path. It may feel unsettling or uncertain to go on the truth path, right? Like kind of like what we are all experiencing right now in 2020. But when you undergo a path towards your truth, you will be able to develop so much power and momentum and inspiration that if you take action on that path, the universe will always meet you at your point of action. I always say that because it's so true. When we take a leap of faith in a direction that speaks to our hearts and our truth and our inner selves, that is when magic happens. And we are actually able to tap into our gifts, our truest selves, the exciting life that we know we are truly here on earth to experience. Because we push past the fear into the light of joy and love, right? I've heard this term before. Fear is about things that appear to be real, but they're not, right? False evidence appearing real. That's an acronym for fear. And once you push past that, there's always so much magic that's behind that door. I remember that when I was a junior in high school, I had this AP English class. And I remember the first day of the class, the teacher walked in, and I hadn't taken an AP course before. This was my first time taking an AP course in high school. And so I had heard people say like, oh my God, they're so hard, they're so tough, it's college level classes. And I was like, I'm very uncertain. I don't know if I can make it. And so I sit down in the class and I take a seat. And the teacher walks in and she's like a tiny woman. And she slams the door and she says, all right, listen up. This class is going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be the hardest and toughest thing that you've ever experienced in your life. So if you're not serious about this class, I want you to get out and I want you to come back. Because I'm only here for people who are really interested in this class and who are really smart and really can make it. And the class at this time when she was making this speech was like very big. You know, it was like, I went to a public school, so it was like 35 kids or something like that. And I was like listening to her and I started to doubt myself. I was like, yeah, I never took an AP class before. Like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know, like, maybe I can't make it. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not going to be able to do it. But there was this little spark inside of me that said, you can do it. This is your true path. This is what you are made for. You're a writer. This class is going to help you get better. It may be challenging and scary to you because it's something new. But you're a writer. You can do it. And so I said, okay. I listened to that voice. And I came back the next day. And don't you know, I would say 10 of the students who were not so serious at the time didn't come back. Maybe they thought I should just stay where I'm at. You know, and there's a lot you can read into that. You may not agree with the way that my teacher at that time went about doing that. But the students who stayed really wanted to be there. And that was a very powerful moment for me because in the next class, after she'd made that speech, this next day that I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to show up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go down this truth path, not this should path that I've known already, that I've already done. I'm going to go down this new path. I'm going to try it out and I'm going to face it. And don't you know, that became one of my favorite teachers. That became one of my most powerful, most enlightening classes. And that became one of the best writing classes I had ever taken in my life. And the teacher, no matter how tough she seemed on the first day, was so beautiful, such a beautiful spirit, so sweet. So I say this story to say that when we are at a fork in the road, sometimes the path that really calls at our hearts may seem scary or challenging, may cause us to feel fearful. There may be a lot of uncertainty because we don't know how it's going to turn out because we've never gone that way before. But if it speaks to your heart, if it pulls on your heartstrings, if it speaks to your internal compass, your intuition, that is the universe calling you to take action, inviting you to the table of the next step in your life. So, as I think about this last hour of me being 34 and moving on to being 35, I am really working on challenging myself this year to think about going down my truth path no matter what. And really leaving behind my whole going down the same path I've always gone. Does that make me feel like, oh my gosh, yeah. But does it also make me feel empowered? Yes. So I want to encourage all of you as well to be thinking about the fork in the road in your life. to be thinking about the should path that you've always gone down and the truth path that you've always wanted to go down. And this time, go down that path of truth. You know, today I received an email from an organization that I'm thinking about working with. And it was a beautiful email. And in the email, I was asked, what are my fees? And it was the first time that I was asked that about speaking, doing a speaking engagement. Because most of what I've done has been from my heart, just an offering. Because I love doing this. And do you know, it made me tense up and question myself, because I felt this fork in the road, of like saying, oh, no, I'm just offering this as a gift. Or do I go down the path of being a boss-ass bitch, a boss? And going down the path of saying, you know what? Yeah, think about your fees, Julia. This is a new year for you. Step into your power. What do you want to charge? And I had to remind myself to step into that path, that new path of my power. And I think that that's so important to do. And it's hard. It's challenging because we're so used to doing it the other way. But the more that we practice stepping outside of our comfort zone, and that's something I challenge myself to do, and I challenge and encourage you to do every day, the more powerful we become, and the more we walk in our truth, So I just want to send you so much love and good energy and peace and gentleness. I know that this life comes with many twists and turns and all sorts of things. But know that the universe never puts anything in your path that you don't have the ability to overcome, that you don't have the ability to achieve. And remember that always. The world has brought you here. The universe has brought you here. You have been gifted with something very unique inside of you. A unique and powerful light the world needs. So keep shining, my loves. Thank you so much for watching all these inspirational talks. As always, I love to hear how these videos inspire you, what they make you think about, what resonates most with you about these videos. And I send you so much love. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow will be my 30th video and my last one of these inspirational talks on my journey to 35. And I just thank you for celebrating with me and joining me. And I send you so much love. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Have a great day.